Hello everyone, this is Quota giving you a shoutcast between Ted and Grubby. This is part 3 of a 4-part replay right now. Grubby using those Shadow Wolves trying to chase this army, not visible right now, so that's why they're not attacking them. And now finally taking a quick hit on that Crypt Fiend. So those Feral Spirits doing about 30 damage a shot to those Crypt Fiends, even when you count in for armor, which they don't have any of right now. Feral Spirits now trying to run around. Perhaps they can try to do a little bit more poking, but they have to be careful, otherwise they're just going to feed mana to those Destroyers and heal them if they're low on damage as well. Feral Spirit trying to move back out, and now trying to take down that low hit point Feral Spirit, quickly revealing itself, getting focused back down, and now hiding once more. I do not see a sacrificial pit from Ted to try to reveal any of to try to get true sight. A little bit surprised by that. And Grubby now moving out with those Troll Bat Riders. So those Troll Bat Riders, perhaps he's getting upgrades on the attack. No, not getting any upgrades. So just going to come in a lot of siege damage, and now some Troll Headhunters as well with Kodo Beast, so a lot of piercing damage, a lot of siege damage, only one single grunt, and now a Voodoo Lounge being built to the south. Level 2 on that Alchemist finally, and that Alchemist, I still don't know what his items are going to be, or what his spells are. I think it was Chemical Rage, because I haven't seen any other animations, or I haven't heard a Healing Wave or an Acid Bomb go off. But I haven't heard a Chemical Rage go off either. So now Farseer now coming in with that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain almost level 5. Kodo Beast now coming in as well. No Scroll of Town Portal coming in, so they got to run the old-fashioned way across that map. Level 2 on Holy Aura, so they'll get there a little bit more quickly. One Slaughterhouse goes down. That's the only Slaughterhouse for Ted. And now trying to take down that Black Citadel. The Black Citadel needs to be repaired, otherwise that we won't be able to get any additional Slaughterhouses. Quickly coming in, Death Coil, Frost Note, or Death Coil, and now down goes that Raider. Yeah, down goes that Raider right there. So level 5 on that Death Knight, not quite level 6 yet. Level 3, and the Lich or the Alchemist now still sitting at level 2, just barely getting there. No healing coming in at all. No additional destroyers, or sorry, no additional slaughterhouses in play. And Ted sitting in low upkeep. A little bit surprised by that, as he's already behind economically. And right now we have no expansion from Grubby yet. So Grubby is going to be Grubby's going to run out of his gold mine in about a minute and 10 seconds. So let's see how this is all going to work out. Lich now getting that frost armor, so an additional +3 armor now moving out. Destroyers moving out as well. Not quite sure what anyone can really do. We have those Spirit Wolves trying to figure out where the Undead Army is, and the Undead Army is right now at the Voodoo Lounge and is going to take down that Voodoo Lounge. No Voodoo Lounge elsewhere, so this Voodoo Lounge is very important and will get taken down, and that Peon going to be forced to run back, as he's not going to be able to set up an expansion. So Ted now with what is this, a 55 over 60 food army compared to Grubby's 60 over 60, and that gold mine is going to be mined out in 30 seconds. So those Crypt Fiends right now just trying to move out even more. Destroyers up in the air, and we have a low hip, nice padding to be able to block one of those skeletal minions, but I think it went down due to the timer, as the Farseer hardly has any additional experience right now. Kodo Beast still just running around the map. We have Endurance Aura, so very nice auras on the Orc army. Really not quite sure what anyone else can do. Potion of Invulnerability, a Scroll of Healing on the Lich. Death Knight has a Scroll of Healing as well. Alchemist has a Potion of Healing, so a lot of healing being used up. Ted perhaps going to get that Obsidian statue into a Destroyer form in just a second after those Destroyers devour it, absorb that magic back into into the Destroyer, away from that Obsidian statue. Right now we have Grubby standing by his expansion, making sure that this expansion goes up. Grubby knows that he needs to set up this expansion. Meanwhile, Skeletal Minion now running to the south. Those Spirit Wolves still trying to do some scouting, not quite sure what they're really looking for. And now we have the main gold mine down to 2 minutes mining out, and we have the Grubby's gold mine now completely mined out as well. So this is all the gold Grubby's going to get until this main gold mine is done. And now the Spirit Wolf is trying to finish off these particular units over here, trying to get some additional spirits to that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain might get to level 5. Getting to level 5 while creeping away, that would be very nicely done right there. Let's see if the Tauren Chieftain can get to level 5. 383, No, I do not think he's going to be able to get to level 5. I think the Spirit Wolves were devoured magic by the Destroyers. Down goes level 7 Gigantuan Sea Turtle. Boot to speed on that Alchemist, so the Alchemist now running very, very quickly with that Lich and that Death Knight close by. And we have the Farseer now trying to move out as well, as soon as he knows where Ted's army is, knows that his expansion is pretty safe. Both players do not want to engage each other at this point, absorbing that mana from that Destroyer, and now now absorbing that mana from that last destroyer. Yes, so I think 2 or 3 of the destroyers have a lot of mana on them, and now they're going to be moving out, and Ted really needs to use this while he can, and really needs to try to push in while he can. There's a couple Bat Riders, and not looking good at all. Now we have the Tauren Chieftain with a Speed Scroll, getting a Frost Nova on that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now able to, with that Speed Scroll, to still move at a very, very high speed, and now once again moving back out. Those destroyers still have some mana on them temporarily, but it's not going to last much longer. Chain Lightning on that Alchemist. Alchemist now trying to do a little bit. We have a Scroll of Healing, a Scroll of Protection as well. And now Frost Nova, Death Coil onto that Tauren Chieftain. Stomp. Bat Riders trying to desperately run away, and they're all separated back out. And only one of the destroyers went out, and a quick healing scroll being used. A nice use of that scroll of protection right there. And now more ensnare on those units. Kodo Beast trying to eat up those Crypt Fiends. And now Tauren Chieftain at level 5 may go down. Uses a scroll of healing, trying to run to the back right now. Death Knight, and Death Knight now trying to take down that one Kodo Beast. The destroyer is trying to quickly take it down as well. And the Alchemist low on hit points. Not quite sure what he's doing. I don't see Chemical Rage. Oh, it is Acid Bomb that he's using. So those units are very, very low on armor right now. You can't see it with that Crypt Fiend right there in that stomach right now. Level 4 on that Lich. Death Knight, level 5, very low on hit points, going to be forced to pull to the back right there. Not quite sure what the strategy is going to be. Very, very low hit point Death Knight, now trying to move back out. Able to use a Death Pack in order to get some additional hit points. The Alchemist now getting ensnared, trying to survive right now. And now Kodo Beast getting ensnared. And we have Alchemist, Chemical Rage trying to pull out Alchemist down to 17 hit points. Able to escape with that Chemical Rage and that Boots of Speed. Moving so quickly across that map. Wow, moving very, very fast, and is able to escape at such a low hit points. Death Knight now getting to level 6 and able to use a Scroll of Town Portal out. So wow, Grubby able to really fend off the attack. I don't know who really came ahead on this fight. Grubby needed to get an expansion up, got the expansion up. Tauren Chieftain didn't go down, Farseer didn't go down, but the Death Knight got to level 6. Alchemist didn't go down, and I don't think the Lich went down either. No, the Lich also leveled up. And Ted now unsummoning some of those buildings in order to get some additional gold to haunt the gold mine to the south, even unsummoning his crypt right now, getting an additional statue as well. So may go into the negative food, also selling some items. Alchemist very, very low on hit points, now trying to move out, not quite sure what to do. Death Knight low on mana as well, and now the Alchemist getting some additional healing from those obsidian statues. Perhaps he needs healing spray in terms of trying to heal some of those units. Acolytes now moving out, not quite sure. He's not haunting the gold mine to the south, and more Spirit Wolves once again heading back out. Perhaps they'll get a couple free hits on that low hit point Alchemist. Alchemist getting paths by those units, and now trying to absorb that mana. No, getting Frost Armor on that Alchemist again. Very nice. Level 2 Frost Armor, 6 armor on that Alchemist now. Very, very good armor protection. Anyways, Grubby now trying to move some of those peons off of that gold mine, as he knows that he can't really protect it right now. More destroyers up in the air. Lich still getting healed back up, and now those acolytes getting taken down by those feral spirits. Devour magic, and now getting some more mana onto those destroyers. One peon at this gold mine, and that is nice Frost Armor. I think does that Frost Armor? No, that is not Frost Armor. That is Essence of Mana being casted upon those units right now. Chain Wave coming, or Shockwave coming, or Chain Lightning coming in on those units. Kodo Beast still has nothing in their bellies, so really the Acolytes are the only ground units that they can really eat at this point. Devouring magic and trying to take down some of those units. Ted getting a stomp in, only hitting pretty much Acolytes at this point, trying to take down some of those Acolytes. That's all that Tauren Chieftain can really do. Alchemist very, very low on hit points, needs to use that Potion of Healing. Chemical Rage trying to go after that Tauren Chieftain, and that Tauren Chieftain negative 7.4 armor due to all of those with the Chemical Rage Acid Bomb, but the Torrent Chieftain Alchemist getting stomped and now is gonna go down. Kodo Beast now gonna go down as well. Down goes one Kodo Beast, and more units trying to come in. Certain statues still in the air, but those destroyers are dealing so much damage right now, and there's nothing that can really take them down. I guess the Kodo Beast can focus them down, but the Death Knight is so close by, they're able to use Death Coils and heal them back up, and I don't think there is any additional, more Bat Riders now coming in from Grubby. Grubby desperately needs those Bat Riders. Stay tuned for part 4 and the conclusion of this replay between Ted and Grubby here on Echo Isle.